Our second speaker of the English section will be Mr. Sean Grogan, and the title of his thesis is Combining New and Traditional Sensor Data from Unmanned Aerial Vehicles in Urban Search and Rescue Operations. And the simplified title is Using Sensors in the Optimization of Flight Operations for Drones in Search and Rescue. His research advisors are Robert Pellerin and Michel Gamache from Industrial Engineering.
In the past few years, disasters have captured the public's attention, from the earthquakes in Haiti, Nepal, to the hurricanes in the Caribbean. Traditionally, search and rescuers would walk around with sniffing dogs, maybe a heat-sensing camera and a prayer to try and find people trapped in the rubble. However, changes in our technology and technology that we use have the opportunity to add another method of detection. First, drones. Drones have the ability to fly over a disaster area. The second is the fact that these drones are cheap. We can use many drones to cover a disaster area in a short amount of time. The third is cell phones. I'm sure most of you have cell phones, and those of you who do probably not further than arm's reach from you throughout the day. We can detect cell phone signals much the same way that you can use your laptop to detect Wi-Fi signals. If we attach these wireless sensors to the drones and send them scanning an area, can we use these sensors and these drones to detect people? Therefore, I ask, in the event of a disaster, how do we use the drones, optimize flight operations, and what information do we give rescuers? I'm dividing my research into three sub-projects, Project Anthony, Agatha, and Archangel. Anthony is using data that we can attain in advance of a disaster, census, community surveys, Google Maps, etc., to model, say, a heat map of the environment of where people might be. The second is Project Agatha. This is more of what rules or information can we give to the drones as they're flying over to make decisions. Say there's a building without anybody inside. It's not going to take a long time to scan, but a building like, let's say, a school or a library in the middle of the day might be packed with people. So we need to spend a little bit more time scanning and trying to ascertain where they are. The third research objective would be Project Archangel. And this is how do we integrate the tool into the rescuer's toolkit. The goal would be to, what information do we provide the rescuers in real time, and what information can the rescuers conversely give back to the drones in real time? For example, if we're trying to, say, do an evacuation for a forest fire, like what happened in Fort McMurray a couple of years ago, we can use a coordinated effort of drones to detect where people are possibly still sleeping, and rescuers can walk around signaling that buildings might be clear. It is my hope that with my research project that we can introduce this tool into the search and rescuers toolkit to help give them even a slight advantage in locating people in a much quicker amount of time. Thank you.